I've worked in publishing for over 36 years, and there are millions of books published every year. And it's very hard to be a bestseller. So there's two parts we need to really talk about. Number one is how do you just get published in America, which is building a platform and meeting the right people, understanding about publishing, all different types of publishing, print-on-demand publishing, hybrid publishing, regular traditional publishing, how to meet editors and literary agents, and body language, we'll talk about that, is so important with all of that because how you come across. But to become a bestseller in America, and often when we say bestseller, it's an Amazon bestseller. Sometimes it's a New York Times bestseller. Sometimes it's a USA Today. It's a combination of the stars aligning in a lot of ways, where you have to have books in stores, you have to have a real publisher behind you, and I think so much of it is marketing. You can have a book out, but if a book comes out just like a product, if you don't market it and you don't promote it and let the world know about it and have your list, for instance, you have tons of people who love you all across the world and are getting your newsletters and coming to your seminars. You have people who love you. It's the same thing in book publishing. You need to build a following, a herd, people who are looking for your information before it comes out. So the key to everybody is start building that herd and that list, and people love what you do before your book comes out, so that when it comes out, you can send out an email. You can have all your affiliates and all your friends, not only in Europe, but the United States, send out emails to folks saying, get the book. And then there's kind of four legs of getting a bestseller. There's, internet publicity. You have to be very big in the social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, which is getting bigger every day, and Twitter. You have to have a blog. You have to have a newsletter. You have to have several great websites. Then there's radio. And you have to be on radio all the time. And the wonderful thing about radio, particularly for you folks in Europe, is you can do it on the phone. It's fabulous. Yes. You don't have to, like here, you flew thousands of miles just to sit next to me, which is a wonderful thing. But with radio, you don't have to do it. We could do this on the phone. And the great thing about you guys in Europe is you want to be on radio between 7 and 9 a.m. Well, for you, that's like in the afternoon. You don't even have to get up at 2 in the morning. This is easy. You can do that on the Champs-Élysées, just, having a muffin and talking to millions of people on the radio. It's great. So radio works live in person, but, around the country. Then TV, you can even do that by satellite, by the way. So we can do a satellite TV tour from Belgium. Isn't that cool? Yeah. So I could have you on like 20 stations all in one day, and you're just sitting in Antwerp, in a TV station, talking to millions of people in the United States, just like you see on CNN. It's kind of cool. But usually you want to come over here and do a little bit of a tour in person, and try to get on national shows, etc. And then the last part of it is print. And the nice thing about print too is that if you're newsworthy, then the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, the San Francisco Examiner would be interested in interviewing you and writing a story. You don't have to come here. So the only one that you kind of have to get here is for TV. Most everything else of our four legs of a chair to make a bestseller, we can do virtually. And that's nice. It's internet, it's radio, but it's all about marketing. The minute you become an author, and we want all of you to become authors to build your platform, is the day you decide you want to be an author, you have to become a marketer. And that's the difference with having a best-selling book and a book that your mother buys and just you keep in your garage. And so we want you to be successful. So, and we're going to teach you a lot, together with you at Author 101 and other places, and make sure you do it the right way. But there's lots of ways of getting published, and publicity and marketing. Most important thing is an everyday occurrence. Okay, it's like hugging your wife. Okay, you got to do it every day, or else she's going to look for somebody else. Well, that's the way the media is. You know, and I see you guys every day. You're just hugging each other. It's a beautiful thing. It's so important, first of all, just getting a publisher to like you, because even if you're over there, you know, and we're over here, I'm going to want to see you. You know, and we can do it through, you know, a computer now. It's great, you know, and with Skype and with, you guys know what Macs are over there, you know, so we do it through that way. So we get to see you and get your energy, and it is so important how much energy you have and enthusiasm you have, and it comes through on your voice. It comes through even on a telephone, which I'm sure you teach people, is that when you're talking on a phone, if you're smiling, that comes across. People understand that. And, you know, as you guys teach, it takes 10 seconds. In 10 seconds to make a first impression. And I know, and it's kind of, I'm sure most people do, within the first 10 seconds, if this is someone I want to engage with more, and I don't know the science like you do, because I see in your book, you know, their facial expressions, the way they lean in or not lean in, the way, you know, their body is, you know. Now you have, you know, you're like a doctor. You've analyzed every part of it. But for us normal people, we can just tell whether it's pleasing and I want to engage in a conversation, or as a publisher or as a producer, I would be interested in doing business with you because you seem honorable and trustworthy. You know, part of it is just the body language and face language, and of course your voice. You know, when I see you in your intonation and how much passion you have. And you know, there are ways, I mean, I've seen it in your book, when people leaning back, people leaning forward, you know, having your eyes in different, which they probably don't even know they're doing, but you see it immediately and you can teach them the right way of doing it. So for us, we want to get in business, publish their book, put them on TV, etc., with people who are, you know, someone who immediately feel trustworthy and likable. You know, because if I don't like you, I don't want to be around you. And I think more and more the world is getting smaller, because now that we're Skyping, I mean, my daughter is in Rome, okay? But I'm on the phone with her every day, right here on my iPhone. It's like, this is all you need right there. I'm talking and I'm seeing her, so it's great. So, you know, it changes everything. So the world has gotten smaller.